Alright, let's dive into this, because what's happening with DPD and their temporary workers isn't just a labor law footnote. It's a window into how the gig economy quietly screws over some of the most vulnerable workers. Here's the bombshell. Internal documents suggest thousands of DPD temps missed out on sick pay and pensions. Now, on the surface, that sounds like straight-up wage theft, right? But wait, DPD says they're not the employer. The recruitment agencies are. So who's really responsible? Let's unpack this. First, here's the setup. DPD, one of Europe's biggest couriers, works with agencies to hire temps. Those agencies get paid a charge rate from DPD, which is supposed to cover all legal costs, like sick pay and pensions. But the leaked docs? No line items for those. So either the workers never got the money they were owed, or agencies cut corners to make a profit. Either way, it stinks. And here's the kicker. DPD's defense is, we're not the employer, which feels like a get-out-of-jail-free card for billion-dollar companies to wash their hands of basic worker rights. What fascinates me is how this mirrors a bigger trend in the gig economy. Companies like DPD, Amazon, or Uber don't directly employ temps or drivers. They outsource to agencies or contractors. That way, they avoid legal obligations while still controlling the workforce. It's like hiring a contractor to build your house, but refusing to pay for the bricks. And workers pay the price. One expert called out DPD for possibly cycling workers out before they hit 12 weeks, when pensions kick in. So if you're a temp, you're not just working low-wage jobs. You're trapped in a system designed to keep you just shy of earning basic benefits. That's not a loophole. It's exploitation by design. Now, DPD says their contracts require agencies to follow the law. But if the charge rates don't cover sick pay or pensions, how are agencies supposed to comply? It's like paying a restaurant $5 to make a steak dinner and then getting mad when they skimp on the meat. The math doesn't add up. And this isn't just DPD. This is how the entire temp labor system works. Brands set unrealistically low rates, agencies slash costs to survive, and workers get stiffed. The Guardian's analysis points to a structural rot in how companies treat flexible labor. And let's be real, when Amazon or John Lewis ships your latest purchase, how many of us stop to think about the temp driver who loaded that package, only to get benched without pay if they sneeze? The bigger question this raises is about accountability. DPD's response is textbook corporate speak. We take this seriously, we review processes, yada yada. But where's the transparency? If the charge rate doesn't include statutory payments, either DPD knows and doesn't care, or they're willfully ignorant. Neither is acceptable. And this isn't hypothetical. This affects real people. Imagine working a grueling delivery route, getting sick, and realizing you can't afford to miss a paycheck because the system rigged it so you never qualified for sick leave. That's not just a legal issue, it's a moral one. So where do we go from here? The UK's new Fair Work agency could help, but let's not kid ourselves, it'll take years to untangle this mess. And until companies like DPD are forced to pay realistic rates that cover all legal costs, not just wages, temps will keep getting the short end of the stick. Here's a thought. Next time you order something delivered, ask yourself if that convenience is worth underpaying workers. Because until we demand change, this cycle isn't slowing down. What's your take? Drop your thoughts below, let's debate this.